Hey there, folks. Rock Online here again with another BBM 2026 Sumo Sato box opening. I'm working through a bit of a backlog on boxes and not posting videos, so we're going to go ahead and go for two again tonight. These are actually from Big Sumo fan, so shout out to them. Not sponsored, no one's paying me to say any of this, but love their website. They do really good stuff. BigSumoFan.com. These are two out of an order of the ones that I got from them. In that same vein, I guess it's maybe helpful. I don't know if anybody's fairly new to sumo collecting. I sort of became a fan of the sport within the last year and a half or so. And when you're getting in, it's kind of hard sometimes to know where to go for shopping for things for relative to the collecting. So in the back here, I've got two of my Tagadas. So these actually just came in today. These are from the Tagada store. Fantastic. I'll put website links in the video description for all of these so that you can check them out. But those are sumo autographs, handprints, the Tagada, which is sort of the traditional collector, sort of fan collectible. So on the left, we've got Tamawashi, the Iron Man, the legend. Absolutely love Tamawashi. And then on the right we have Takayasu, another one of absolutely one of my favorites, Papa Bear. Nine top division runner-ups. Hoping, and he's been good, so he's hoping he pushes through and gets his title sometime soon. Top of those, I would mention the Sumo Soul is really good too. So the Sumo Soul will do like tournament programs, Bonzuke, which are the official rankings charts, illustrated Bonzuke, which are really neat. And then things like this. This is like you mentioned, the tournament magazine. So this is one with Ionishiki in it from a couple months ago. Pretty neat, sort of. As I get to the front page, I think they've got just a lot of different like stats about the tournament. And it's hard to see when it's sort of zoomed in as far as it is, but incredibly cool. If you're a collector or a fan, they've got some pages in color. Usually they go through the entire top division in color. A lot of stories and news. And then this one came with the Bonzuke. There's an example of a Bonzuke. Again, way too big to unfold there, but a listing of the wrestlers for each tournament. So highly recommend those if you're new. I've worked with every single one of those, ordered things from every one of those websites, and they are absolutely fantastic. Reasonable prices. These big Sumo fan card boxes were very, very reasonable. I paid 25% more to buy them directly from a reseller on eBay than I did waiting for a big Sumo fan who's based domestically in the United States to have them in stock and get them. But they're going out of stock quickly. Even in the 1 year that I've been doing them, I had more luck with the first batch than the Sumo Sato. They were selling out pretty quick. Okay, so let's get to card boxes. Just a recap real quick. I also want to show off. These are the hits we've gotten so far. So we've opened 5 cases to date. We've got 3 hits so far. So we've got the Aonishiki and Takayasu. I'm calling them alternate art cards. It's incredibly cool. Alternate version of the normal card for these guys. We've got the Wakataka Kage and Wakamoto Haru star. I've got it in a sleeve. Yeah, you can kind of see that on there. As opposed to either the dots or the heart sparkle. Those have been our 3 hits so far. And then I just, again, got Tamawashi art. Tamawashi out, he's got the hearts. So we got one heart per box. So those are our hits so far. Let's see if we can get any better tonight. So having 3 hits and 5 boxes is pretty good. This is a different set than different stack of boxes than the ones I have been opening. So, when we go back to the other boxes, the rest of that first batch of boxes that I was working on, our luck may balance back out, but who knows? Maybe we'll get something really good out of these boxes from Big Sumo Fan. Big Sumo Fan also ships with sleeves too. So if you're a collector, you get free sleeves with the boxes that they ship, which is just an incredibly nice little add-on. don't know how many times I've run out of those and had to try to remember to reorder, then forget, and then like they just come with the boxes. All right. I'm going to do what I did last time here. Just depack everything right now. I'll have to wrestle with this. There. All right, there's one stack, and we are not going to pop the tops on these guys. The great website too that I just started connecting with over a trading card database, tcdb.com. A fantastic resource of like scanned in cards for different things where they're sort of trying to just document the history of everything. And so I've been trying to put these as I get them opened and in, scan them in. It just takes a while. So I want to leave a couple of these boxes like this without the top pop so I can scan that a little bit more cleanly without the plastic wrap on it. All right, so we've got 20 packs. I think I kept these the same left to right. I hope I did. If you've watched any of the other pack openings, or anyone else's pack openings too, they tend to be the right side of the box tends to be where the hit is, unless it's a star, then it's on the left side of the box. Yeah, so I said you can see all of these. That's fine. Oddly enough, we have Tamawashi and Takayasu coming up just so they heard their Tagadas are there. They had to make an appearance. Onokatsu on the dots. Try and keep the dots on screen so we can see those, but I'm going to go a little bit less into the detail on the intermediate cards. All right. Just one there. Yoshinofuji. I did a quick check at one point. I think there are 81 cards in the set, and there are 66 cards that have the dot sparkle treatment. Not every card that is in the set gets a dot variant, and I think I'm only missing 11 out of the 66. But I did completely forget to get the list before I started, so I'll get a list together for the next video so we can track and make sure we see how we're doing against the dot set. I do have a complete set already of the base set cards, as you would expect from opening 100 packs and counting, for 86 cards. 81 cards. That's a hakkeyoi on the dot. Like Tamawashi on the back. And again, it's a negative quote unquote of the way that I do open the packs. You see what's on the back before anything else, but Tamawashi. Tamawashi on the dots. Tamawashi mending his Mawashi. A lot of the dots we did need were these, they're labeled AS on the checklist, another scene cards, so any of those we're seeing a pretty good chance we need those. Yeah, Kodazakura. Very excited. Next tournament is coming up very soon. July 12th, I think, is when the next tournament kicks off. Incredibly excited to get another tournament going. It seems like everyone's getting healthy. Should be a very good tournament. We'll know we're in the right pack with Oho on the dots. You know you're in the right pack for the hit because it's out of order. I can't remember if the dot card moves up in the pack or what, but Ura, Takayumi. Oh, and there is Yoshinofuji. There is our heart hit. This box, you can see that. I do like the way the holofoil looks with these cards. Very well put together. Similar with the dots. It has a really good way of being reflected and being dynamic, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word for that, but Yoshinofuji for our heart hit. So that is one per box for anyone new. Every box, every pack, there is a dot sparkle, which is what we've been seeing coming out of the pack so far. Every box, there's a heart hit, what we just saw. And then in addition to the heart, we could see a hit. Hiroshima on the dots. It's our last pack of the first half of box 1. Or box 6 overall. Onishiki. And Abi, Tamawashi, Ichi Yamamoto, and Wakamoto Haru jumping. Great photo. Alright. So, if I did take them out, and we'll know from the video because you watched it happen, if they are left to right, then that is a good sign for a hit in this box, because the heart typically would be somewhere around pack 16 or pack 17, left to right. First 10 on the left and the rest on the right. When it's not in that spot, when it's been moved to the first half of the box, it typically means there's a hit that I have seen in my very, very small sample size of opening 5 boxes. Typically going to mean that in that same spot, somewhere in that 15, 16, 17 pack range, there should be hit of some kind. We've been crazy. Like these are exactly the cards I can't. Again, I don't remember the exact ones, but it's these SH same hometowns and the AS for the alternate. The another scenes are the ones that I've needed. We may have cleaned up there with quite a few that we needed. We're on through. Haru. Takano Show. Takakage and Wakamoto Haru again. Midori Fuji and Atami Fuji. Same hometown card. Love Atami Fuji. Great wrestler. Alright. Washi, Shishi, Ichi Yamamoto, Wakataka Kage. Got an Asakoryu, Asasuryu. Dot. Ami Fuji, Chiyashoma, Takano Sho, Onishiki, Katsu, same hometown card, Sakoryu, Ura, and Gonoyama. Alright, we're in that range. We have 5 packs left in this first box. So, if there's a hit, and if I unloaded the box correctly, I'm going to pay attention to that next time, this would be about the range where we would see something actually pop up. Let's see. Kodazakura, Kimbozan, Soniyama, and Ono Sato on the dots. Love Ono Sato too, hoping he's healthy. A long time with him, not quite. Literally a win away or 2 wins away from winning the November tournament last year and had to withdraw as a leader on day 13 or 12 or 13, pretty close, and hasn't quite been the same since. Nice to have him back. Ichi Yamamoto. Alright, if I had to guess, if I had to put money on a pack, one that I would expect there to be something, if there is anyway. Could be nothing. Case. Not exciting. Oho, Yoshino Fuji, Nishiki Fuji, Takano Fuji, Ura, Hakkeyoi. Alright. Double check I didn't miss anything there. Okay. Could still be something, but it seems like I might have just unloaded the box backwards. That is alright. So we have more boxes. Same hometown, Cherno Umi and Kaio. Abi on the dots. All right. Box 1 complete. 20 packs down. 20 to go. All right. Very hopeful I did it right this way. I think I did. So we'll just start on the left. Work our way through. Oh, we're plus a Yoshi no Fuji hard card already. I love Yoshi no Fuji. You always tend to be connected. I mean, I think in any sport generally, but sumo, I found you tend to be very well connected to the wrestlers that were sort of starting out when you were getting going. So, you know, you love the veterans and the guys that have been out there a long time, but something about the guys that you're started paying attention to sort of at the beginning of their time in the top division. Naonishiki on the dots. Always good to get Naonishiki. Akano Fuji. Or Hakuoho. The one I've got to get them out here one of these times for the first 2026. So that's the one auto I ended up with out of the 4 boxes that I had. Takakage, welcome out, Aru. Our star. Duplicate of our star dot one. Star sparkle. Star dot. Star sparkle. One of those sets of words. Nishiki. Sato. Chishoma. Fujiseiun. The one time we hit a star, it was on this left-hand side of the box. Early on the box. Still get the heart with that, but star tends to kind of catch you a little bit off guard because it's out of cycle for the rest of the other hits. Fuji. Fuji Ryoga. Hiroto Umi. Alright, on the dots. Ishiki, Onosato, Mitakeumi, Yoshino Fuji on the dots. Excellent. Tagada, I've got a Yoshino. Actually, I have Tagadas of most of these guys. Big fan. Onishiki, Uki Hayate, Asakoryu. Alright. So if we don't see a heart on this half, then odds are very good that I unloaded it correctly. Wakataka Kage, reigning champ Wakataka Kage. Go to Shoho. Had a good tournament. In May. No show. On the dots. Alright. Halfway through box 2. On to the next. This is one of the ones on Sato, and the another scene cards is one of the ones I need on the dots. Motoharu. Ayasu. Sanoyama. Motoharu again. Shoryu on the dots. Shoho and Tamawashi. Same hometown. Toki Hayate. I think we had Toki Hayate earlier. Thoughts? Between the boxes, generally, they're pretty good about not duplicating those. Scene. Oh, and there's our heart hit, Wakamoto Haru. The box. Love that effect. Alright, that is probably a pretty good indicator that the rest of these packs are not going to have it. But we're going to open them. Speed run through to the last. Churo no Umi. And like Kotozakura on the back. Yep. Holy cow. Wow. How wrong you can be. I guess if you don't hit, then you don't know what a hit looks like, but holy cow, I cannot believe what I just saw. So if you didn't see it, well, I just showed it again, but we just got a Yoshinofuji auto. That is insane. All right. So, bam. So that is an Yoshinofuji auto. Unbelievable. Absolutely one of my favorite wrestlers. I love them all, but absolutely one of my favorite wrestlers, and I cannot genuinely believe that was there, because I thought we were done. We were not done, folks. Lesson to you: never give up. Chase your dreams. Wow. Shinofuji. That is absolutely incredible. Wow. I'm floored. I genuinely cannot believe that. I thought I had known the cadence of the packs, and now we know. Don't doubt the system. That is incredible. 11 out of 60. Yoshinofuji auto. Unbelievable. What a hit. All right, big Sumo fan. Coming through already. Couldn't make that up. Not sponsored by Big Sumo Fan. Just always want to put a good name out there when someone does good work, and they do very good work on Sumo cards and other things that I've ordered from them. Towels. I do a good selection of just sort of fan stuff generally. But wow. Yoshinofuji auto. That is definitely getting a... Wow. I have no other words for that. Normally, I'm not devoid of words. All right, well, hey, I say speed run through this last pack, but, you know, I don't think anything's going to be in this last one, but I said that about the last one, too, so maybe there's 6 autos in here. Really throw a wrench in things. And oddly, just look at that. The last card in the pack, I literally talked about that being one of the ones we need. That's hilarious. All right. That is a pretty darn good. That is a pretty darn good. Wow, that is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Yoshinofuji auto. Pack 19 out of 20. Oh, wow. Excellent. Well, hey, no better time to end the video than right here. Well, thank you very, very much for watching. I've got quite a few more boxes to get through. Just been slow to starting and slow to getting the videos up and opening the boxes and getting the videos up, but it's probably a little bit more of a motivator now. But thanks you for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time.